Hey fans! So this is not a video that I typically do very often, but I've been recently picking up more K-bells to increase my K-bell set. My 1L just came in. I have another 1L coming in, and I just also picked up a 5, I think a 4A and a 2. I can't remember. But yeah, so what I'm going to be doing here as a placeholder while we wait for those bells to come in is I'm going to be recording some horn chord combinations on the piano. Let's see how this goes. So here's a quick handwritten list of the different bell combinations that I can be trying today. As you can see, we have the generic combinations and then a couple custom combinations, which may or may not sound too good. We have the K-bells on the left, K-bells with the 1L, and then we have the P horn, old cast and new cast, with the new cast 3 and 5 bells playing the notes denoted here, G sharp and B. Before we start, before we start doing chord combinations, I'm going to run through the individual notes that each bell is supposed to play, and then we will bang out some chord combinations. Alright, so starting with the K-bells, from the lowest pitch to the highest pitch, there are actually two different types of 1L bell. There's a two-piece 1L, and then there's a one-piece 1L, the one piece being more common. So we're not going to really worry about the two-piece 1L, but just for reference, the two-piece 1L does play a B below middle C. The one-piece 1L plays a C. Then you have your generic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the 3A, 3B, and the 4A. So we have a 1, which plays a D sharp, 2, which plays the F sharp, 3A plays a G sharp, 3B, which plays the A, 3, which plays a G sharp, an A sharp, 3 plays A sharp. Alright, that's your 3. Then you have your 4A plays a B. 4 plays a C octave. And your 5 plays the D sharp octave. Alright, one more time. Two-piece 1L. One-piece 1L. 1 bell. 2 bell. 3A. 3B. 3, 4A, 4, and 5. Okay, let's bang out some chord combinations. We'll start with the generic K5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to change that to a K5A with the 3A and 4A bells. change the 3A to a 3, so we're going to make a K5 hybrid. This combination is one of my personal favorites. Alright, we're going to now play an interesting combination that you don't hear too often. It's going to be a K5, what I call a K5BA or an AB. We're going to be playing with the 1, 2, 3B, 4A, and 5. Now, if this sounds familiar to you, that's because that's the same chord that the P horn plays and the M horn. You can actually create, there's two different ways that you can create a P horn / M horn chord combination with the K horn bells. This is one of them. The other one involves using the 1L, which we will get to later. Alright, so with that done, now we have the K5B, which is just a 1, 2, 3B, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, B, 4, and 5. Interesting. Okay, and finally for the list of horns that sounds decent under the 5 chime with no 1L, we have a 1, 2, wait, let's see what we got here. Alright, so we have a 1, 2, 3A, 4, and 5. So it's the other K5 hybrid. Instead of the 4A, we are playing 3A and a straight 4. So we have a 1, 2, 3A, 4, and 5. And then we have a 1, 2, 3A, 3, and 5, which on the piano is all black notes. Alright, so now we get into some weird stuff. I'm not going to play the combinations that have like 3 and 3B and 3A and 3 and stuff like that. Or not, well, I'll do a 3A and 3, but I won't do stuff that has second intervals because those just sound dissonant and weird. But we have, I think this one sounds interesting. It's a 1, 2, 3A, 3, and 4 instead of a 3 and 5. So it's... Okay, I think that's it for the 5 chime combinations without a 1L. So we'll move on to the 5 chime combinations with the 1L. We have, as you recall, the 1L, one piece, plays a middle C. So we'll do a generic 1L, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a K5L, L, or HL, depending on the manifold. That's a 3B. Let's see. So 1L, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Alright, there's your K5LL. Here is your K5LLA with the 3A and the 4A. Alright, next we have the second combination of K-bells that gives you a P5-M5 chord structure. We have the 1L, 1, 2, 3A, and 4. Alright, just to compare that to the other one, I think that was the K5BA. Now let's try a 1L, 1, 2, 3B, and 4. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's analogous to the regular K5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's not. There's a difference there. Okay. So that's 1L, 1, 2, 1L, 1L, 1, 2, 3B, and 4. And then we have one more combination, which is a 1L, 1, 2, 3B, and 4A. I'm not sure why I did that one. Oh yeah, it's because that sounds interesting. Okay. Alright, so that's it for K-bells with the 1L. It's always interesting to hear all these chords in close proximity to each other, time-wise, because otherwise when you're out fanning or something, you don't really hear too many different horns at one point in time. It's good to compare. So we... Very interesting. Alright, so that's it for the K horn combinations. Obviously there are many more combinations I could play out, but a lot of them don't really sound that good, so I'm gonna just skip over that. Transition over to P horns. Alright, so same setup as before. We're gonna go through each individual P bell and then smash out some combinations. Alright, so starting with the 0 bell, plays a low A, below middle C. So we have a 0 bell, then we have the 1 bell, which is a C sharp, 2, which is an E, 3, old cast, which is G, 4, which is a A, and the octave, the 5 bell, which is a C sharp octave when it's an old cast. Alright? And then with new cast bells, like I said earlier, it's only two differences I have here. I know there's a slightly more variation, but we're going to stick with this one because this is the most common sound, with the Newcast 3 playing a G sharp and the Newcast 5 playing a B. Alright, so let's do some old cast combinations. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 generic. I did forget to mention the 4A earlier. The 4A plays A sharp. So we're gonna, and that's compared to the 4, 4A. So once again, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll do a 4A5, which is a P5A. And then a P5A. Then we have the 0 bell old cast, which is a 0, 1, 2, 3, 5. Then we have the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The addition of the 5 to make a P6. And then we have the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4A. Addition of the 5 bell to make a P6. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4A, and 5. Alright, so that's the old cast. Then we have new cast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very weird sounding, but together it sounds a little, sounds a little nicer. Next we have the 1, 2, 3, 4A, 5, new cast. Then we have the 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, new cast. I think out of all the P horn combinations, this is probably my favorite. This was the horn that was on 4112 before they removed it. Alright, so that's a 0, 1, 2, 3, 5. Let's try 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, new cast. Then we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4A. Ooh. That just sounds terrible. 5, no better. Well, okay, that's the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new cast. That sounds a little better than a 4A5. Because everything's a half step apart with the new cast stuff, so it doesn't really sound that good. Alright, there you have it. There's a bunch of different horn combinations for the K and P series horns. Thanks for watching, and if you have any suggestions for what I should do next, just shout out in the comments below, and I'll see if I have time to make that happen. Thanks for watching. See ya.